Okay, so I'm glad you guys are here with me today. This is a 75-minute kind of Bikram Vinyasa mashup that includes postures from the Vishnu Ghosh lineage of yoga. So we'll follow the same sequence as 26 and 2 yoga, but we'll play around a little bit in the second set, and there will be vinyasas, sun salutations interspersed throughout the class. I will walk you through it and demonstrate as well. And like always, if anything doesn't feel right to your body, please skip it, modify, do something else. If anything really doesn't make sense, like make a mental note and ask me after class, and I am happy to talk to you about any questions you might have. So we're gonna start with 2 sets of pranayama, deep breathing. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA. Down, head back. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin all the way down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way back for the wall behind you. Elbows touching away from your body. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide. Keep exhaling until your lungs are empty. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far, breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out just like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. So this is a breathing exercise, the same way that you want to like exercise your heart, you want to exercise your lungs. Exhale, head up. So you're in control. Slowly exhale until your lungs are empty. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Deepest breath of your day, chin down, elbows up, spine straight, suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time, eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in, keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and your head. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lungs empty, 1. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Glue your ankle bones together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up. Lock your legs. Hips a little forward. Hip muscles contracting. Elbows touching away from your chest. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, open your rib cage wide. Expand your rib cage. Expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. Even as you exhale, suck your stomach in. Eyes open. Head back. Arms forward. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Let's do 2 more breaths. In the second set, look straight ahead. Can you bring your elbows back as well as up? Exhale, head up. Can you grow taller even as you exhale? Chest up, hips forward, stomach in, push elbows together. Inhale, head down. Last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now. Elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue with half moon with hands to feet pose. Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana. We're gonna do 3 sets with sun salutations. I'll walk you through it. Keep your feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. Good. When you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Push your hips a little forward, head and arms back, squeeze palms together. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's no rush. Know where you need to be. Nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push, push, push. Good, change. Inhale to come up and stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly bend to the left as you push your hips to the right. Come down in a straight line. So no bend in the elbows, no bend in the knees. Continuously push your hips further to the right beyond your flexibility. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips a little forward, head and arms back. Bring your right hip forward to keep your two hips in line. Left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. First back bend. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, and drop your head all the way back. Look for the floor behind you. Immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine backward bending, whole front of the body stretching. Looks good. Keep the weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Put your hands on the floor, drop your head, and go for a walk. Bend one knee, straighten the other. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Malasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. At first, grab the backs of your calves or Achilles, and if that's easy, grab your heels from behind, step on all 10 fingers. Touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees. Drop your head, touch your face to your shins. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes. Lift your hips up. Stretch your spine down. Okay, listen carefully. Change. Release the grip on your heels. Put your hands on the floor a couple inches in front of you and inhale, lift up halfway. You can keep your hands on the floor, your shins or your thighs. You want to come up into a halfway lift. Perfect. As you exhale, fold forward, put your hands on the floor and bring your feet back into a high plank. Okay, we're gonna lower down. As you exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. As you inhale, come up into your baby cobra or up dog. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Spread your fingers wide, roll your shoulders back and down. Press your thighs back, lift your hips up, drop your head. Good. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward and lift halfway. Good. As you exhale, drop your head down, soften your knees. Good. And on your next inhale, circle your arms, bring your arms up overhead, looking up. Good. Exhale, hands back down. Wonderful. So second set, just a little bit faster, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Push your hips forward, head and arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left. So this posture is actually part of the moon salute. Believe it or not, there's not just a sun salute, there's a moon salute, and a salute to the gods and goddesses in Ghosh yoga. So we're doing a hybrid of the moon and sun salute, which is kind of fun. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little forward, head and arms back. Left hip forward, two hips in line. Right shoulder forward, open your chest, come down, push and push and push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. Keep your chin away from your chest and your chest lifted. Squeeze your palms together, mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward, breathe in and out through the nose. Keep the weight in your heels. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push, push, push. Good. Change. Inhale to come up. Second heart opener. I'll show you from the side. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open, drop your head back, and then bring your arms back with your ears. So whole spine, backward bending, whole front of the body stretching. Looks good. Push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and we'll back bend together for 10 seconds. Good, change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down, arms with your ears, put your hands on the floor, drop your head and go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head, you've been here before, notice what's a little bit more loose, what's still a little tight. Second set, Malasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway, grab your heels from behind, step on all 10 fingers, bend your elbows back, touch stomach to thighs, chest to knees, face on the shins, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down. So keep your upper body glued to your lower body. Wrap your elbows back a little bit more. Pull on your heels. Push your big toes down. Lift your hips up. Stretch your spine. Good. Change. Release the grip on your heels. Put your hands on the floor in front of you. And as you inhale, lift up halfway. You can also have your hands on your thighs or your shins. Keep a flat back. As you exhale, bend your knees. Put your hands on the floor and step back into a high plank. And if high plank is a little too much today, no problem. Come down into tabletop. We're all going to chaturanga together, going forward and hugging down, elbows in. As you inhale, come up into your baby cobra or into up dog. So for up dog, you want thighs off the floor. As you exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. And if down dog doesn't work for you today, no problem. Take a child's pose. So every high plank chaturanga can be in tabletop, and every down dog can be a child's pose. Lots of options, never forcing your body. Try to press your heels down, contract your quads, lift your hips, drop your head. Good, on your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward and come up into a halfway lift. Good, as you exhale, bend your knees, drop your head, soften down. Inhale, reach your eyes, come up, circling your arms overhead, looking up, greeting the sun. Exhale, hands back down at heart center. Good. Third set's gonna go fast. Here we go. Feet together, arms over your head, palms together, only cross your thumbs. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, drop to the right as you push your hips to the left, coming down. Breathe through your nose. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, head and arms back, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, reset, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. Keep your hips in line, so right hip a little forward, keep your shoulders in line, left shoulder a little forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, drop your head back, and then trace your fingers along the ceiling. Squeeze your palms together, use your thumb strength here, push your palms together up to the wrist, bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. This time, no warm up, just circle your hands back, either grabbing the backs of your Achilles or your heels, pull in your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. So one day the legs will lock, doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Take it easy on your body, less is more, especially when you're trying something new. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, release the grip, come up as you inhale and do a halfway lift. Good, as you exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop. On your next exhale, roll forward a little bit, hug your elbows in, inhale, coming up into your down dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog, see if you can get your heels a little closer to the floor. And remember, you can always do child's pose as well. Good. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward, coming up into a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, soften down. Inhale, reach your right, circling your arms, looking up overhead. Good, exhale, hands back down. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right, 6 inches, hip width distance, insides your feet parallel. First set normal, bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight. Tuck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Tuck your stomach in, lean your upper body back, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Try to fall down backwards at the end. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips a little forward. Now come up all the way on your tiptoes like a ballerina. Stretch up tall, bend your knees and sit down. Try to keep the knees in line with your hips. Hips a little forward, upper body back. Heels up, shins forward, sit down into a chair, but not below a chair. Nice, change. Inhale to come up, last part, heels down. Squeeze your knees, your inner thighs together. Let your heels come just a little off the floor and slowly sit down. There's no obligation to sit all the way down. Stop whenever you want or when you're a half inch off your heel. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest. Good, and change. Slowly push the floor away from you. Very nice, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Take a breath. Good, second set, step your right foot to the right. Same footprint, hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel. Arms up, parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles tight. Suck your stomach in, bend your knees, and sit back and down. You can stay here, or you can bring your hands into heart center. From here, bring your left elbow to your right thigh. Bring your right elbow up and look up for a spine twist. You can stay here or reach your arms apart. Look up towards your right thumb and breathe. Good, if your hands are open, bring your hands back in prayer. And if you're twisting, come back to center. Other side, bring your right elbow to your left thigh. Looking up, palms at heart space, left elbow up. You can stay here or open your arms wide, looking up towards the ceiling as you breathe. Good, if your hands are open, bring your hands back into prayer. And if you're doing the twist, come back and then push yourself up, come up, arms straight. Now come up all the way on your tippy toes, stretch up tall, bend your knees, sit down. And this time, you're gonna fold forward and bring your hands back, palms facing in. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, almost like you're ski jumping. Good, change, circle the arms back up to parallel, coming up, heels down, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body, stop whenever you want. Good, take a breath. Nice, and change, slowly come up. Take your time, feet down, arms down. We're gonna vinyasa again, inhale, arms overhead looking up. Exhale, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, put your hands on the floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop. Keep exhaling, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up into your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, spread shoulders wide. Good, inhale, look between your hands, step forward, come up into a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale, reach your eyes, circle your arms, looking up, arms up. Exhale, hands back down at heart center. Good, Eagle Garasana, first set, normal. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right under left. You can grab shoulders, interlace fingers, or have hands in prayer. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Cross twist and breathe. Try to wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring knees to the right, upper body to left, twist like ropes, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head, left side. Exhale, left arm, under your right arm, left under right, palms together. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. And as a reminder, we're not symmetrical, so this side might feel a little or a lot different, and that's okay. Bring your knees to the left, upper body to the right, sit down more, stomach in, arch your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Second set, we're gonna try and do arms and legs at once. So as you're ready, exhale, bring your right arm under your left arm and your right leg over your left leg at once. Yes, working on a little bit of coordination. So this posture is called eagle pose. Your elbows and knees are supposed to make the beak of the eagle. So you can play around with closing the eagle's beak, folding forward, elbows to thighs, and then opening the eagle's beak, leaning back, bending your spine. Beauty. Change, feet together, arms over your head. So left side, left under, left over, send red rover over. So left elbow under right elbow, left leg on top of right leg. Sit down. Same thing with the eagle's beak. You can play with folding forward, elbows to knees, and then leaning back, chest up, weight in your heel. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. One more sun salutation before party time, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, weight in your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, step back. Keep exhaling, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up into your up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Try to press the thighs back, lift your hips up, push your hands down, drop your head. Good, inhale, look between your hands, step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, drop your head, bend your knees. Inhale, reach your rise, circle your arms, looking up, greeting, saluting the sun. Exhale, hands down. Nice, party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. I hope you guys are having fun because I am. Thanks, Matt. Okay, cool. Groovy. So for the next two postures, we're gonna blend them together. So your goal is to like stay on one foot. So it'll look like standing head to knee. Whoop, and then you're gonna come out and just try to pick up your foot and go into standing bow. So it's a little bit more of a balance and endurance challenge. If you ever need to come out and take a break, please do so. But we're just gonna try and stay on one leg for a little bit longer. Standing head to knee, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, round down, and if you're able, pick up your foot. If it hurts to pick up your foot, don't do it silly. You can just stay lifted on one leg. If you know your standing leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently lift your right leg up. Nice. Take a deep breath, kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend your elbows down. Everybody, heel forward, toes back, stomach in. Lock your leg, lock your leg, lock your leg. Good, change. Slowly come out. Keep your right foot off the floor. Take your right hand, reach back and pick up the inside of your right ankle at the ankle. Left arm up, knees together to start. Standing bow. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Slowly charge your body forward as you kick your right leg back and up. Kicking and stretching equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever, so kick really hard. Slowly come down, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. I'll show you from the side. Flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, round down, and pick up your left foot. Whoop, all 10 fingers that are locked. Nice tight grip, don't lose the grip. If you know your standing leg is locked, so no super deep bend in the standing leg, inhale, lift your left leg up. A little micro bend in the knee is fine, but you don't want your knee way beyond your ankle. Really kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your leg, lock your leg, lock your leg. Change, slowly reverse out. Keep your left foot lifted. Bring your left hand out to the side, palm facing up, reach back, and pick up your left ankle. Point your left toes. Bring your right arm up and back with your ear, knees together. Lock your leg, lift your chest, stretch up tall, and go for it. Charge your body forward as you kick your left leg back and up. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50, coming down to parallel. So body all the way down, leg all the way up. Keep your standing leg locked, chin away from the chest, body down, heel up, stretch. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. The first time I tried this class, I had us do it all the way through so that we would go into balancing stick, and my friend told me that was too hard. So consider yourself lucky. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Take a moment, point your right toes, flex your right toes, keep your right toes flexed back. Round down, pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance comfortably. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest and maybe put your forehead on your knee. Take your time as you reverse out. Try to keep that right leg lifted. Bring your right hand up, out to the side, reach back. Pick up the inside of your right ankle, point your right toes. Left arm up, knees together. Take a moment to stabilize. Lift your shoulder, lift your chin, stretch up tall, and go for it. Kick, stretch, and breathe. So the harder you kick, you can balance forever. Push your right foot into your right hand and breathe. Keep your chin and chest lifted, but start to bring the belly down to parallel. So body down more, leg up more, kick, stretch forward, kick, stretch forward, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself out. Ooh, feet together, arms down. If your calf muscle is cramping, mine too. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Lift your left leg up. Flex your toes back. That'll stretch that calf. pull your stomach in, round down. So if your standing leg calf is cramping, flexing the toe back will help to stretch that. Concentrate, meditate. Here we go, lift your left leg up. So actively kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You should feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both legs. Then bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Heel forward, toes back. Hold where you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Take your time reversing out. Try to keep that left leg straight. Pick up the inside of your left ankle. Right arm up with your ear. Lift your chin, lift your chest. It's hard for me too. Stretch up tall and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. I shouldn't assume that it's hard for you, but just know that this is difficult for me. My heart rate is beating. Slowly come down to parallel. See the foot come over the top of your head. Keep your right fingertips active, shooting forward. Body down more. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together, first set normal. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs and lean back. Step your left foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your right toes and tilt like a seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, take a breath, lean back, step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes and tilt. Going down with a straight spine. Think of your arms and legs as an extension of your spine. So from the side, you kind of look like a seesaw. Body down more, leg up more, stretch. Good, change, left foot down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, we're going to start in balancing stick, and then we're going to come down into what's called standing splits. I will show you from the side. So feet together, arms over your head, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. The setup is the same. Step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, and tilt. Once you come down to parallel, keep going down. Eventually, hands to the floor. If your hands touch the floor, put a little bit of weight in your right hand and see if you can maybe bring your left hand behind your ankle, bring stomach to thigh, chest to knee, and start to lift your right leg up to the ceiling. So one day you do the standing splits. Doesn't have to be today. Stomach to thigh, chest to knee, maybe even face to shin. Good. Okay. If you can, reverse out. If not, bring your right foot to the floor. But if you can, hands back together and slowly reverse out. Nice. Step your right foot back, left foot back. Right, second set, arms over your head, my bad. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your left toes, and come down. Of course, you keep your arms there. Gosh. Okay, coming down, and then just gracefully keep coming down. Or not so gracefully. Sometimes there's crash landings. That's okay. Put your left hand on the floor, like a second leg. See if you can bring your right hand behind your right Achilles and start to lift your left heel up to the ceiling. Point your left toes. Stomach to thigh, maybe chest to knee, maybe even bringing the left hand behind you as well. Okay, good. When you're ready, circle your arms back with your ears, whoop, and slowly come up, left foot down, right foot back, arms down. High five, go team. Okay. Come to the top of your mat and towel. You can face the long way of your mat and to face you. Next is the separate leg series. And in the first set, we're just gonna flow the 3 postures together, just like we would in a normal 60-minute class. We're just gonna flow the next 3 postures, starting with standing separate leg stretching. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Standing, separate leg stretching. See if you can grab your heels from behind, bend your elbows, roll forward, and lift your hips up. The trick is to lock your legs, and in order to safely do that, you want to roll forward and lift your hips up. So it's more about lifting the hips and thighs up than it is about pushing the knees back. Roll forward a little bit more, lift your hips up, lock your legs, pull, stretch, try to touch your forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good. Change. Carefully come up. Keep your feet wide apart for triangle trikonasana. Take a slightly larger step. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg, and lunge. Keep your hips down low and just move your arms, right elbow in front of the knee. Aim your right fingers towards your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, and breathe. Sink your hips down a little bit more. Reach your left arm up. Turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, left toes out, two heels in line. Bend your left leg and lunge. Taking a bigger step or rotating your right hip forward a little bit might help you sit down more. Lean back and move your arms. Make sure your right thigh is contracted, right leg locked. Deep bend in the left knee. Hover your left fingertips just above your big and second toe. Look up towards the ceiling. Reach your right arm up. Stretch your left arm down. Sit down more, turn. Twist upper body back. Lock your right leg. Right foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your left leg. Turn your left toes in. Bring your arms over your head sideways, palms together, cross your thumbs. Take a slightly smaller step. Standing separate leg, head to knee. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Push your hips forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Two hips in line, two heels in line. Turn your back toes in. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. So throughout this class, we play with tempo. There's parts that go fast and there's parts that go slow. And you just want to stay in the moment. Bend your right leg, touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe, right hip up, left hip forward, two hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl. Arms with your ears, head up, last. Good, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, uncross your heels, turn your back foot in, push your hips forward, peel your left rib cage back, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Round your spine, press your right hip forward, try to touch your head and knee together. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe, lift your left hip up, press your right hip forward, keep your two hips in line, make sure your back leg is locked and both heels are on the floor. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Wonderful. So second set, we're going to do that same sequence, but we're going to add some different options throughout each posture. And as a reminder, if the options that I give you don't work for you, you can always skip them or just do the first set the same. So we're going to start with stretching. Just put your hands on your hips and step your right foot to the right big step. I'm actually going to show you from the side. You're going to interlace your fingers behind you, push your hands back, open your chest, and now go forward. If it feels good, you can lift your arms overhead for a shoulder rinse. Taking a bigger step if you want, put your forehead on the floor in between your feet. Everybody contract your quads. Lift your hips, push your big toes down. Okay, bring your hands back to your hips, and this time come up halfway, to show you from this side, and put your hands on the floor in front of you. Bring your feet in a little bit, and this time bring your heels in and your toes out. So you want like 2 to 3 feet between your heels. Start to bend your knees and see if you can sit down into a squat. Play around with a bigger or smaller step and know that your heels might not be able to touch the floor yet. Taking a bigger step or turning the toes out more might help. If you've got your heels on the floor, hands in prayer, push the knees out. And if this is easy, turn your toes in so the feet are parallel. This is called Malasana or Garland pose. This is how a lot of the world sits, talks, eats, uses the bathroom. But in America, it's like 70% of people can't do this. So it's a great little hip opener. You can do this at home, just like while you're watching TV or something. It's a really good way to open your hips. Okay, from here, put your hands on the floor in front of you. Lift your hips up. and slowly come up. Good. Take a bigger step for second set triangle. Really wide step. Perfect. Turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg, lunge, sit down, and move your arms. Option to stay here in the triangle we're used to doing. Option to place your right hand on the floor and straighten both legs, coming up into a more traditional vinyasa triangle. So shoulders stacking one on top of the other, but both legs locked. You can stay here, or you can float a bird of paradise. So for that, you're gonna bend your right leg again and lunge. Bring your right hand in between your legs. Try to give yourself a pat on your butt, and then just drape your left arm back behind you, eventually hands clasped. Awkwardly walk your feet back together. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Shift your weight to your left leg and start to lift up. Coming up into bird of paradise. Very nice. Maybe straighten the right leg. Shoulders down, chest up. This is similar to the hip opening and the spine stretching in triangle. Good. As you're ready, coming back down, awkwardly walking your feet back together, undoing the bind, coming back into triangle, and then we're going to reverse out. Straighten your arms, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Option to stay here in regular triangle. Option to place your left hand on the floor in front of you and straighten both legs, coming up to more of like an Ashtanga triangle. Good. Option to play around with bird of paradise, bending your left leg again, reaching your left arm between your legs, draping your right arm back, and eventually catching hands behind you. Walk your feet back together. The more you do it, the easier it gets, and start to lift up. The first time I tried to walk my feet back together, it took me like 5 minutes, but now I can do it in like 2 steps. So like the rest of your yoga practice, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. If you are doing something new today, just have fun, be gentle. Good. When you're ready, you're turning your left foot back down, taking a wider step back into triangle. Bring your arms back out, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in. Put your hands back on your hips and take a slightly smaller step for standing separate leg head to knee. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. We're going to attempt to go handless. So you can have your hands either just holding onto your hands, or if it's accessible to you, I'll show you, you can have your hands in prayer like that. Okay, left toes in, left hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If at any point you need to bring your hands to the floor for balance, please feel free. Remember, you can bend your right leg, touch your knee and head together. If you're feeling extra sassy, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, and start to lift your index fingers up towards the ceiling, maybe even forward for a nice shoulder wrench. Good. Bring your hands back down into prayer. Walk both legs, hands together, change. Push your right foot into the floor as you reverse out. Beautiful. Pivot on your heels, uncross your heels. It is way easier to balance when your heels aren't crisscrossed. Turn your back foot in, push hips forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. So bringing the weight into the front foot will help with balance. Bend your front leg as much as you need, touch knee and head together. You can stay here or interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, and lift your index fingers up to the sky and maybe forward towards your big toe. Good. Bring your hands back down into prayer. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, change. Push your front foot into the floor as you uncurl vertebra by vertebra, head up last. Nice. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat in towel for tree and toe, flowing tree into toe. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Your foot can be on your shin, your knee, or thigh, eventually heel to clasp you. Slowly let your right knee drop down. Please never force your knee. You want to feel it in your hip, not your knee. Right hand up. And if you can balance, left hand up. Take a breath. Toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. It helps with balance. Abdomen in, fold forward. Put your hands on the floor. Walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, and sit down. You're welcome to stay in tree pose. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Tree pose, work on pressing your hips forward to open the hips. Toe stand, left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up. You're welcome to come up on 2 feet, or you can reverse out by pushing your hips forward. Beauty. Nice. Change, right leg down, lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. Remember, we're not symmetrical. This side might feel different. Maybe on the other side, you could barely put your foot on your shin, but on this side, you can get your heel to your shorts. Wonderful. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up. On this side, my foot falls a lot, so I'm just gonna hold on to my foot the whole time. Take a breath. Toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Concentrate, meditate, and start to fold forward. At first, just leaning forward, eventually hands to floor. Walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Make sure you're having fun. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight. Maybe come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up, push your hips forward, nice, and left leg down. Before we lie down on the floor, we're gonna do one last vinyasa just for fun. This is the last one. Inhale your arms overhead, looking up, saluting the sun. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees. Put your hands on the floor, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift, chin away from your chest, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, step back and do a high plank or tabletop. Keep exhaling, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up into your baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Drop your head, take a breath. On your next inhale, look between your hands, step forward, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale, reach your eyes, circle your arms, arms of your hip ears looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good. High five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. You're on the floor for the rest of class. And the postures in the floor series are pretty much like we normally do. Less kind of crazy variations. Okay, bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Bring your arms down close to your sides. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. See if you can take a few smooth breaths. Smooth like a stone. Pavanamuttasana, winter moving pose. Right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right and down towards your shoulder. Completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower abdomen. Good, change. Right leg down, left leg up. Interlock your 10 fingers, pull your knee out and down and hold still. Avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Pull down a little extra hard. Nice, change. Left leg down, both legs up. Grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a really big hug for coming to class. Head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Hold tight. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Take note of how you're grabbing your elbows maybe in this third part. In the second set, we're going to try and grab our elbows in all 3 parts, but remember, you can always interlock your fingers instead. Change. Arms down, legs down, Savasana. Take a slow inhale through your nose. And a slow exhale through your nose. So second set, bend your right leg up, and this time see if you can catch opposite elbows. So eventually you're going to tuck your right knee into your right elbow crease. And then look down the center line of your body. If you can't grab opposite elbows, that's really normal. Please feel free to interlace your fingers, but if you can grab elbows, try it. If you're grabbing your elbows, bring your left elbow a little to the left and your right foot a little to the right. So you want your arms and your chest making like a square with 4 90-degree angles rather than an isosceles situation. Change right leg down and left leg up. Hook your left knee into your left elbow crease and grab opposite elbows. So bring right elbow to right and left foot to left. You want 2 shoulders, 2 hips, hold back flat on the floor. Good, change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself another big squeeze. And if you can't grab your elbows, no problem. Grab your shins, interlace your fingers, grab your wrists or forearms, eventually grabbing elbows. Squeeze knees together and down. Use your thighs here. You're putting a little bit of pressure on your lower abdomen with your legs. Helps with digestion. Squeeze tight. Good. Change, arms down and eyes open. Take a breath. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. Next, we do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, cross your thumbs, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series. So in the Ghosh style of yoga, in the 84 sequence of yoga, we're gonna flow the next 4. So we'll go from cobra to locust to full locust to bow, take a break, and then we'll go from cobra to locust to full locust to bow. Okay, chin on the floor, hands flat on the floor, elbows point up. So this is like the traditional way to do this. Feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, push your feet down, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Beautiful. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Hug your elbows into your sides. Elbows should make an L, a 90-degree angle, like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down, arms straight position, flip your palms down to face the floor, chin forward, and bring your arms underneath you as best you can, right, left, right, left. Grab the floor, spread your fingers wide, palms should face down. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Press your shoulders down, lengthen to lift. So lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your thigh up. Good, change slowly right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Imagine you're drawing a line up the back wall, use your left big toe. Press your shoulders down. Drop your left hip down a little bit if you need to, so hip and forearm touch, sole of your left foot faces the ceiling. Change, slowly with control, left leg down. For the third part, tuck your chin in, mouth down to protect your neck. You want a long neutral spine, neck in line with the rest of your spine. If you're able, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, one day pinky fingers touch. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, you can do it, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, feet together, squeeze your butt more than you thought you could. Lock your legs, point your toes, lift your heels up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out to the side like airplane wings, full locust, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, inhale, lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. Looks really good, 747 taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body is in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. This is a great back strengthener and a really nice way to open through your chest and shoulders. Lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bend your knees, grab your feet from the outside for Dhanurasana floor bow. Bend your knees, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. Very nice. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Looks so good. It's the kick that drives the posture. Notice if your knees are way wider than your hips. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up to the ceiling, point your toes, squeeze your butt, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Take a slow inhale through your nose and a slow exhale through your nose. Slow inhale through your nose. Smooth exhale through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your head and gently look to the left, right ear on the towel. So you're moving your neck in the opposite direction. And same thing, just take 3 breaths very slowly in and out through your nose. Savoring every breath. Okay, great. Second set, spine strengthening series. Bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor. Hands are flat, not cupping. All 5 fingers together, little fingers in line with your deltoids. Feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, push your feet down, look up, and lift. Good. So you're starting to wake up the back muscles here, and it's a nice stretch through the fascia on the chest. Second set, maybe getting a little bit of a deeper back bend, but you want to keep your feet on the floor the whole time, feet together, even if you don't come up as far. Feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs. So for a lot of us, when we contract the quads, the thighs start to lift, but the feet and the hips stay grounded. This is a really effective way to stretch the upper body and strengthen the spine. Push your hands down, lift your chin up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms down to the sides, palms face the floor, knuckles face the ceiling, thumbs outside, fingers inside, chin forward, eyes open. Bring your arms underneath you. If you're a little bit uncomfortable, I'm right there with you, but you're never going to a point of sharp shooting pain. But for sure, you are stretching out the ligaments in your arms and hands in this posture. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So the idea is we're creating a little bit of a tourniquet effect on the arms when we bring them underneath the body. At the same time, we're bringing more body weight into our heart muscle, which makes our heart rate increase. So we're creating a little bit of a tourniquet effect here so that when we release out of the posture, we get lots of fresh blood through the toes, ankles, pardon me, through the fingers, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Change, right leg down. Relax your right leg, that comes later. Lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. So there's a couple postures in this style of yoga that deal with like tourniquet effects or like gently reducing blood flow to one part of the body, but there's always a release afterwards, right? So you get a big rush of blood to that same part of the body. In a lot of postures, the posture itself stretches and strengthens the body, but the release from it is really good for your joints. Change, left leg down. Grand finale. Tuck your chin and mouth down, kiss your tail, and bring your arms a little closer. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Do a micro bend in the elbows. Try to keep your shoulders down. Mouth down, eyes open, stay with it, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your heels up, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down, bring your arms out, releasing that tourniquet effect, so nice. Arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Everything lifting up, good. So this posture is so good for strengthening your back muscles, your glutes, your hamstrings. Point your toes, squeeze your butt. Can you get your thighs a little bit further off the floor? Arms up a little higher, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms down, bend your legs. See if you can grab the outsides of your feet. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good, so this is floor bow. You wanna balance between your ribs and hips and hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through the nose so you don't rock back and forth, but you're also not depriving your body of oxygen, right? Think about highly oxygenated blood circling through your body right now. Try to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine so you're not bringing your head too far forward or jamming it too far back. Knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. As you inhale, feel your rib cage expand. As you exhale, let your shoulders and chest soften. Inhale, feel your belly rise. Exhale, let your hips fall. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. Gently lift your head and rotate your head to the other side, right ear on the floor. Just twisting the neck in opposite directions, breathe. And if it's too much on your neck, know that you can bend one or both arms up, and that'll take some pressure off of the neck. Eventually, arms down by your sides. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Okay, good. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, and let's do 5 push-ups. You can do them on your knees with me or on your toes. All you need is yoga and some push-ups. Okay, come to the top of your mat and towel, and same thing. We're gonna do the next 4 postures, the fixed firm series, twice. Okay, so starting, first set normal, fixed firm, open your feet, open your knees, point your toes back. You can stay here in tabletop or start to walk your hands back and sink your hips down. If you're sitting on your feet, open your feet and your knees a little bit wider. And if your butt doesn't touch the floor today, that's really normal. You can keep your hands on the floor in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. If your hips touch the floor, put your hands on your feet. Bend your right elbow down, stopping anywhere you feel a point of pain. Left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Drop your head back. Head to the floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head. Grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. In Vishnu's sequence and in Bikram's as well, this is the first posture in what's called the fixed firm series, as in your toes, ankles, shins, and knees are fixed firmly onto the floor. So for this posture and the next 3, you'll notice that your feet and shins are touching the floor. If you have tight ankles or knees, know that it can be a little bit intense and you don't have to go very far to get a stretch through that part of your body. Change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, and we're going into half tortoise. So this time, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs. Stretch up tall and slowly go down. Chin away from your chest, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward and sink your hips down. You want to feel a nice stretch on your whole back, even the shoulders, but never a point of pain. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change. Squeeze your knees, feet together, come up. Now stand up on your shins, open your knees and feet, and put your hands on your lower back for Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. I'll show you from the side, putting your hands on your back, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, and if it feels good, lift your head up. This might be enough. When you're ready, drop your head back. Keep your hands on your back for as long as you can. You can stay here or go back halfway with your hands on your back, freeze in the middle. If this feels okay, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. As you inhale, lift your chest up. As you exhale, push your hips forward. If you can't grab your heels just yet, no problem. Keep your hands on your back. It is safer for your spine. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on your back first, and then push yourself up, come up. Bring your knees, feet back together. Sit your hips down on your heels, rabbit, Sasangasana. Make L's with your hands, flip the L's down, grab your heels from the outside. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Round your spine like a bunny, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together. Toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a wonderful opportunity for your body to recalibrate. Everything stretching out to a nice hard floor. Everything just realigning, blood circulating freely. Whole body working in perfect, neutral harmony. You can stay here, or if you would like a small abdominal wall exercise, you can bend your legs up, so shins parallel to the ceiling, knees over your hips. Lift your head slightly off the floor, interlace your fingers, and grab at the back of your head, elbows out. You can stay here, or start to straighten your right leg and bring right elbow to left knee, looking to the left. Bringing the right knee back into center, straightening your left leg, bringing left elbow to right knee, looking to the right. You can start to pick up the pace, bending one knee, straightening the other, bringing opposite elbow to opposite knee. This is not yoga, I just think it's fun. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Lowering back down into Savasana, slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Okay. You're welcome to roll off to the side. Otherwise, we'll do another sit-up. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good. Okay. Turn, let's do it again. Second set, fixed firm. Open your knees, open your feet. Remember, you can stay in tabletop the whole time, especially if you have tight toes and ankles. Eventually, walking your hands back and sinking your hips down. Put your hands on your feet. Bend your right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head on the floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor. Arms over your head, grab your elbows each other. If this is all easy, walk your shoulders back closer to your hips to lift your chest higher. And if that's gravy, slide your knees back together. I'm going to give you an option for a deeper stretch to the tops of your thighs. You do not have to do it the same way that you don't have to do anything, but just listen and then practice a little bit of caution. The idea, you're going to keep your knees on the floor, but see if you can squeeze your butts and lift your hips up. So hips come off the floor, but knees stay down. And then you should feel a deeper stretch to the quadricep muscles in the knees, but again, never going to a point of pain. So you can practice lowering the hips down and then lifting the hips up, squeezing your glutes. Keep the knees down. One more time, hips down, and then squeeze your glutes, hips up, feeling that deep stretch. Good, hips back down, change. Put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Come to the middle of your mat and towel, and this time we're gonna do a wide-legged child's pose. So feet together, open your knees, and rather than arms up, you're just gonna walk your hands forward. Sink the hips down. If arms forward doesn't work for you, you're welcome to have your arms down by your side. It's just a nice way. In half tortoise, we have the knees, feet together, and wide-legged child's pose, palms face down to the floor rather than hands together. And the hips get a little bit of a deeper opening. Just breathe. Good, put your hands on the floor, carefully push yourself up, and then stand on your knees. You have an option to try full camel, or you can do regular camel. So opening your knees a little wider, keep your feet together. For regular camel, you want to go into it with your hands on your back. For full camel, hands at heart center, drop your head and go back. Hips forward, chest up. If you're doing full camel, try to grab heels, bring elbows back together, never force the body. When you're ready, we're going to reverse out. So if you're doing full camel, bringing hands back together, pushing up, otherwise hands on your back to come up. Good. Change. Bring knees, feet back together. Rabbit pose. We're going to do the same, and then I'll give you a third back or rounding spine option to do as well. So knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands, flip your L's, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. I always feel like a camp counselor, like singing songs with hand motions around the campfire. Grab your heels, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, head up last, turn around Savasana. And for those of you that have shoulder stand in your repertoire, you are welcome to do that now. So if you're unfamiliar with shoulder stand, you don't have to do it. Otherwise, you're just gonna bend your legs up, put your feet on the floor, start to lift your feet up towards the ceiling, and then you're gonna lift your hips up and put your hands at the base of your spine, pushing your feet up. Okay, if you have Lotus in your repertoire, you're welcome to fold your legs into Lotus. So you can make this Savasana, you can make this shoulder stand, you can make this Lotus shoulder stand, lots of options. Shoulder stand is called, like, I think, the queen posture of yoga. You're trapping prana, your energy in your throat, thyroid, with chin to chest as you balance on your shoulders. Okay, if you're in Lotus, release your feet back up to the ceiling. Bring your feet over to the top of your mat, put your hands on the floor, and slowly lower down. If you would like a counter stretch to your shoulder stand, we'll do fish. Slide your hands under your butt so palms face down. You're gonna lift your chest up, bend your elbows, and look back for fish pose. So now you're releasing the prana, the energy from the throat, thyroid. It's a nice chest throat opener. Good, to release out of fish, slowly bring your head back down, release your arms out. Everybody, Savasana, slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. Slow inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the nose. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Enjoy the stretch. Great, turn, come to the middle of your mat and towel for head to knee, Ustrasana. Right leg out, left leg in, arms over your head, interlace your fingers, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. You can bend your right leg as much as you need. Touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up tall, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If it's easy to touch your forehead to your knee with a bent leg, keep going. See if you can straighten your leg and eventually lock your leg. Bend elbows down, suck your stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right, two shoulders in line. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, carefully lie down on your back, let your spine realign, and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Eventually your legs will straighten. If your legs are straight, lock your legs. And if you can't straighten your legs today, no problem. Keep your knees bent and press your stomach into your thighs, shoulders back and down. If your legs are locked, start to bend elbows down. Try to keep your back flat, straight from the side. Stomach to thighs pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come up, and we're gonna flow into spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm behind you, left arm up, stretch up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or grab your hip, your waistband, one day your inner thigh. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good stuff. Change, unwind, swap out your legs. Bend your right leg on the floor, touch your left heel to your right knee, left arm behind you, right arm up, stretch up and over. Grab your right knee with your right hand. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. You can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep your left foot on the floor, point your right toes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull your abdomen in, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Nice. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. And just an opportunity for everything to reset. I picture this class a little bit like the upside down in Stranger Things. So with that theme, second set will just be like same, but different. Yeah? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So head to knee pose, there's a bunch of different versions of head to knee pose throughout the yoga world. So we'll try a different one, second set. Right leg out, left leg in. This time you can have your legs a little wider. Place your right hand on the inside of your right thigh and lift your left arm up overhead looking up. And if this is accessible, bring your right forearm to the floor. And if this is accessible, maybe even catch your right foot with your left hand, or maybe even your right foot with your right hand and look up. Nice side stretch. Good. Change. Carefully coming out. Left leg out, right leg in. Again, your legs can be a little bit wider than 90 degrees. Place your left hand on the inside of your left thigh. Lift your right arm up overhead looking up. Option to stay here or bring your forearm to the floor. Option to try and catch your left foot with one or both hands looking up and breathing. Right hip down as well as left hip down. Slow inhale, chest up. Slow exhale. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. What? Change, slowly reverse out, and this time bring your right leg out for a wide-legged stretch. If you have tight inner thighs, bring your feet a little bit closer together. If you don't feel much, open your feet wider. Put your hands on the floor and start to walk forward with a flat back. Eventually, forearms to floor, eventually going all the way forward. Slow inhale through your nose. Good. Slow exhale through your nose. Put your hands on the floor, walk yourself back up, and we're gonna sit crisscross applesauce for a second spine twist. If crisscross applesauce is easy, you're welcome to practice your Lotus, but you can also just sit crisscross. Place your right arm close behind you at the base of your spine. As you inhale, lift your left arm up overhead. As you exhale, place your left hand on your right thigh. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your right thigh twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or practice the half bind. If you're in Lotus, try to catch your right big toe with your right hand. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, slowly unwind. Left arm behind you, right arm up, stretch up and over. Place your right hand on your left knee. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. And if you want, you can take your left hand off the floor and do the bind. If you're in Lotus, try to catch your left foot with your left hand. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Oh my gosh, we're gonna end right on time. What? That's awesome, okay. So let's take a breath. Slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. If you can't tell, I'm really stoked to be doing this with you guys. So thank you all for trying something new. I know that is not always like welcome with folks that like to do the same set of yoga every day. I'm right there with you, but it's fun to do something new sometimes. So thank you guys. Here we go, final breathing. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good, okay. Turn, come to the middle of your mat and towel for final breathing, Kapalabhati. First set normal, sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. And if it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, whatever way feels good for you. Lick your lips and swallow a couple times. In the first set, exhale through your mouth as you snap your belly in. When the stomach relaxes, the inhale happens on its own. The exhale is quite audible. The inhale is very subtle. You'll barely realize that it's happening, but you'll notice that you can continuously push the air out. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips and swallow a couple times. So you might not know this, but in every other style of yoga, Kapalabhati breathing is through the nose. You exhale through your nose and snap the belly in. So second set, we're gonna try it that way. Yeah, that's all. Okay, so take a slow inhale through your nose and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Honor yourself, give yourself a hug, high five, extra couple pats on the back for trying something new. Turn around, relax. Final Savasana. And close your eyes, open your arms and legs, starfish, do whatever feels good for you. If you need to go now, of course, go now. But if you have a couple extra minutes, give yourself a couple extra minutes, right? Like, how luxurious, why not? Just soaking everything up through the final Savasana. Notice any lingering tension in your body, cares in your heart, worries in your mind, and just let them go. You worked so hard today. Nobody can take that accomplishment away from you. If you ever find yourself engaging in negative self-talk, just take a moment and remember how hard you worked, all the ways that you breathed and moved and were kind and compassionate to yourself. That is quite an accomplishment. Take this into the rest of your evening. Continue to be kind and compassionate towards yourself so that you can be kind and compassionate towards others. That's the trick, right? Take a slow inhale through your nose and a slow exhale through your nose. In an airplane, they always tell you to put your oxygen mask on first. Yoga is like you putting your oxygen mask on first so that you can better take care of others. Slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. Picture yourself in perfect, radiant health.